Good morning, soccer fans, and welcome to Stoppage Time. We are back. We've had a little hiatus there for a few months, but we are back in full form. Joining me is my co-host Ed. Good morning, Ed. How are we doing? I think you're from Virginia, correct?
Yes, I'm in Virginia today. Doing well, William. Glad to be back. Our hiatus is over. Ready to talk about European football on a local level, buddy.
Correct. Yes. Where do we start? I mean, we've got.
I think we fire off the headlines.
Go ahead, there's been some headlines. Obviously, let's get into that, and then we'll get into like standings. We'll cover all the major leagues and just standings and where all that falls into place. All right, big news here. Messi contract. It's been reported Lionel Messi is nearing a contract extension with Inter Miami that would keep him with the club through at least 2026. Your thoughts on this?
I think it's great for the MLS, and I don't know that he goes anywhere after next season. I mean, he's going to be another year older. Maybe he's got something in the works, but it's great for the MLS. Continue to build the league. I think it's awesome. Give more people a chance to watch one of the greatest footballers of all time.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's listen, I'm not really surprised that he's going to do a contract extension. I think he's pretty happy here. Right. I mean, we talked about this before. He can go anywhere, and basically he's not going to get swarmed. Oh, well, I don't know about now, though. He probably
still does. I mean, he probably still has the anonymity that most stars desire.
Right. But I mean, when he was in, when he was in Barcelona, he was just getting bombarded constantly, and I'm sure that wasn't I'm sure it gets old after a while. But listen, he's what's really putting MLS on the map. We've talked about this before. I think as they continue to sign more of these world superstars, the league's just going to grow and grow. I mean, it's already. They're already thinking about moving the season, to basically follow suit with all the European football. Which I want to get your take on that, good or bad. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I see the good, I see the bad. I like the MLS now because I think it really. I think it's at a I don't know how to say this, but. The season now, you're not really like when they kick off in end of February. You're not really competing with, too much there. I mean, you NBA, NHL, MLB starting to kick off, but in the dead of summer, all you're competing with is the MLB. You're not competing with really anything else, right? I mean,
yeah. I just think that the fact that they have their championship game in the heart of college football playoffs and conference championship games is not sound. And I think what they're going to lose in the fall, which I don't think is much, they're definitely going to make up in the spring. And to have their championship in May, which nothing else is going on in our country, and have their championship in May, I think that's the most positive. They want to make that game more popular and to give it more exposure. So I like it from that aspect. And plus, it just aligns with the world, right? Everyone else in the world is doing the same thing. Why not align that allows for transfers, more fluidity in the transfer market, and I just think it's what the players are used to.
Well, that's the big thing that I look at is you're aligning now with all the other leagues, and it's going to make it easy for transfers and things like that. And then you're not going to have guys coming off a season, maybe in Europe, and then now all of a sudden they're starting a new season over here. Yeah, I mean that's
so much soccer on a single body. Right. Plus, they can't do it next year, unfortunately, because the World Cup is here. But I think I would look for it in 27, and it'll take some creative scheduling. I mean, there's markets that are going to be colder, but you're trading off that wicked heat in some of these markets for maybe a snow game here or two. But we see that in the Bundesliga. We see that in all over Europe, to include England. So sure. I think it's just proper to align it with it.
Yeah, you're going to have more snow games, I think, if you move it like that. Definitely.
Yeah, but you can be creative about it.
Yeah,
as far as scheduling,
which is fine. I'm all for snow games. I like that stuff. So, Let's look at FIFA rankings. Spain has returned to the top of the latest FIFA rankings. Argentina #1. USA is also featured in the rankings. What's your take on that? I mean,
I'm surprised. I guess they have to go with Spain
yeah,
up there, but I mean, England might be. I don't know. Do you think you got Spain #1? Uh, I don't know why I don't know why Spain's #1. Honestly, I still would have Argentina top. You have
yeah,
Spain, you have France, you have Argentina, England, Portugal, Brazil, Netherlands, Belgium, Croatia, and Italy rounding up the top 10. I'm surprised. I am kind of surprised with Croatia because they've lost a lot.
yeah. I was gonna say that. Yeah, they haven't really done too well there.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, honestly, they really haven't because they've lost
no,
a lot of players.
yeah,
You're not going to have Modric. You're not going to have some of the other top players just because they had their golden era. They did
right.
well in the last couple cups. They had talent all over the world in clubs, and their domestic league is not strong. But I mean, you ran up the top 20 with Denmark. I think is fair. Uh,
Well, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry. No. Go.
So, I mean, I don't know what Holland does with his team because they're not even ranked. Uruguay, I thought it was a little high because they're not as strong. But other than that, I can't. Not many complaints.
Yeah. How about Holland? Uh, it's funny you say that. How about has become the fastest player to reach 50 goals in the Champions League?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But does he stay on that meteoric rise? I'm not sure if he does.
I don't
You
know.
know, it's
I think
tough.
well that team's just that they are no longer at the top of the mountain.
Thank God.
Yeah, I mean that was getting a little bit. I don't know. It was
Well,
getting a
it's
little.
just that I don't know about you, but I don't enjoy the Pep style of play. I just don't.
No.
They're
No.
extremely boring.
Yeah.
And I'd rather see more wide open situations. Hopefully, we get there.
Yeah. Let's talk Liverpool real quick. Set the record for the most late winning goals in a season. I mean, we've seen this with these guys. They have the comeback ability for them is just like I mean, how many games have they been down? And you're like, okay, finally, I can relate being an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
How many times have they been down and it's like, okay, this is in the bag, and they find a way to come back and get it done. How many times has this happened?
It's again, the cardiac
It's just
kids.
yeah,
They've got youth on their team as well.
they do. Yeah,
I mean, much as Arsenal does well, Arsenal has a coveted teenager, but then again, so does Liverpool. Liverpool's got a 16-year-old. Arsenal's got a 15-year-old. I mean, the teams are going. I think there's a golden opportunity at the top of the league this year between Liverpool and Arsenal. The
right.
problem is Arsenal will lose or draw, and Liverpool just keeps winning, just keeps
Just
winning.
keeps winning. That's been and I was listening to Grumpy Pundits the other day, and they were talking about I forget who it was. They were just talking about. He said, yeah, they were talking about Arteta, and they said he's great enough to be in Premier League. They're like, he's one of the top managers, but he's just not good enough to win it all. And I was like, wow, that's a harsh, you know, way of putting it, But I'm like, you know what? When the more I kind of thought about it, I'm like, I hate to say it, but he's kind of right.
No, he's fair, and then they have a lot. They have injuries, little injuries up top right now, but I think they have enough talent to make some noise. They really do. The problem is that I mean, as you look at the top of the table in the Premier League, Arsenal likely to win today. They're up 2-0 on the Evertonians,
Right.
and that takes them to 15 points. I mean, Arsenal have to get 3. They'll put them at 12. They got to be in striking distance. If Man City does any sort of trip up today, I mean, well, obviously they're playing your club. So if your club's able to beat them, that leaves them at 6 points with Chelsea, or I'm sorry, with Liverpool and Arsenal at 15 and 12. That's I don't know how they catch Liverpool.
Yeah.
Being City, I just don't know how they do that.
Right.
I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be awesome.
So who do you think it's going to come down to?
Oh, Liverpool and Arsenal, no doubt about it.
That's what it's what I said. It's in recent years it's been Liverpool and I'm sorry, it's been Arsenal and Man City. They've been kind of in lockstep, and all of a sudden, like I said, how many times have we seen it? Late season draws.
Yeah.
You lose a match that you should have won.
Bournemouth 2-0. Remember that game?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what my point. Like you lose a match you should have won. You
Yeah.
draw when you should have won. You end up drawing,
Yeah.
and you're in lockstep with them, and then they pull away at the end. Is that going to happen this year? I don't know. Some people say it's their year this year. I don't know. I like what they've got. Watching them in the few, in the games that I've watched, they have a lot of youth.
They do.
I mean, they've got some really good players. I mean,
They got to keep it within a game, within 3 points of Liverpool, and then they have to sweep the series. That's how you beat Liverpool.
Yeah, and I think they're going to beat Liverpool next time. Like that last match between Liverpool. I mean, we talked about this before. Nobody was stopping that shot. Nobody was stopping that. I mean, it was just pinpoint.
Yeah,
that free kick was pinpoint. There was nobody that was going to stop that.
And that's the only difference in the game, really.
Yeah. How many times have I said it? Raya's kept him in so many matches. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Like, I mean, the guy is just, like I said, I always question why they chose him over Ramsdale. I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
Why, Ramsdale's kind of been consistent. Why the hell are they going with this guy now? Now I know. After watching him, now I know. He's the best. I think he's the best keeper in Premier League. I really do.
He's definitely up there. Believe me, he is fantastic. And we talked about the saves over and over again. And when we first started Stoppage Time a couple of years ago, that was one of your concerns. Why is he not choosing Aaron Ramsdale over this Raya guy, whoever the heck he is? But yeah,
I know
it'd be the most exciting to the top of the league. I really do.
Yeah. All right, let's talk some club and league news. Atletico de Madrid. Discussions are advanced for the majority stake in Atletico de Madrid to be sold to Apollo. So,
I mean, a lot of money.
Yeah,
so pumping these. You keep pumping these teams with money, no one's going to care.
Right. Benfica coaching change. Jose Mourinho has been named the new coach of Benfica.
That's where it all started for them. I think it's a great move for them. Puts relevance on them. They're going to start to draw more talent.
Right.
And more revenue because they have the chosen one.
Yeah. Wolves contract extension. Manager Pereira has extended his contract with Wolverhampton Wanderers, despite the team's difficult start to the season. They've had a rough start at the season.
Yeah, a little shocked by that this early. I mean, they're bottom of the table.
Yes.
-7 goal differential. They have 0 points on the year after 4 matches. Really kind of shocked by that.
He must see something that other people don't, is what I'm thinking.
They must see the greatness in him. They want to tie him up before he realizes he's great. I guess they played today. So
got Nick Broski. Good morning, beautiful faces. Good morning, Broski. Hope you're doing well, brother.
My brother Broski.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
That's early to pull the trigger on a deal like that.
Yeah, in September. I mean,
especially when you're square in the relegation zone.
Well, I could see if it's like, I don't know, January and they've kind of pulled out of that relegation zone. And you're like, okay, maybe there is some promise here. Maybe we're looking to the future. Maybe get some, in the summer transfer. Yeah, you get sign some guys, and
transfer window. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be okay, but I don't know. It doesn't look too good for them, and they're not a good team at all. I mean,
they barely score. They barely scored the ball, which is another. I mean, you look at it, they have 2 goals for. That's it.
Yeah, right.
And the other team, Aston Villa, they haven't scored any goals on the year.
Yeah, how about that too, huh?
That's insane.
I mean, that's just
team that had some supreme talent was looking forward. They're terrible.
I mean, you really got to look if you're a manager. You really got to look tactically and see. Okay, what the hell do we got to do to get goals here? Like, what do we? We're not
goals. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not. There's press the hell out of it. I don't know. Just do something. You got to do something.
Flip flop your formation. Go five. Go five up top. See if that helps.
That's why. Yeah, I know. Yeah, just try anything at this point.
You're already losing.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, that's going to be an interesting finish. And I totally agree with Wolverhampton. I mean, if they were 12-13 and this was January and the window was getting ready to open, but man, it's just an early commitment to a manager.
Yeah. Neymar injured. Going to be expected to be out for at least a month due to thigh injury. So.
Good old Neymar.
Yeah.
It's so hard to tell with his injuries because he's so dramatic.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. It's Barcelona has a lot of injury concerns as well. A lot of challenges for them injury-wise in this Champions League. You got that wonder kid. What's his name? Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, they weren't happy about his injuries. Yeah, he's out, and that's huge for them. That's their entire offense goes through him.
Yeah. So
I mean, Lewandowski's kind of an afterthought now.
Right. Yeah. Rashford, strong form, helping them though. Barcelona overcome Newcastle in Champions League. It was the other day. So
yeah, amazing. The guy, when he wants to play, he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
In Manchester United, he didn't want to do it. He went to Aston Villa, showed a little bit. So now he's
right.
back.
Yeah. Here's a question I have for you. So I was looking at this headline: NWSL shift. National Women's Soccer League is moving to a rolling expansion model with a fixed timeline for new teams. So that basically, I'm not understanding. Like they're, I guess, rolling expansion means that they're going to be able to freely move teams. And how does that? I don't know. What's the rolling expansion model? That's the first time I've heard that term used before, but I'm not sure what exactly that entails.
I guess it just speeds up the process of adding teams. It's got a set. They want to get to 16, so they're just going to say this year we have X. Every year till they reach 16 is what I'm understanding.
And let me just say this. I actually like the NWSL. I really do. I mean, I tell you what, it's those ladies, man. They are physical. It is physicality. Last year, watching that championship, watching Marta, get that championship. That team, just had a tough road to get to the championship and to win it the way that they did last year. And it was just spirited. It was fun to watch, man. I really got into it. I was, and never would have thought she was going to come back. I mean, God, she's 40 years old now. And she's and she's supposed to, they're saying she could play another few years. So, I don't know.
And actually, as I'm reading it, I mean, to join now, I mean, the owners, Bay Area, San Francisco FC, and Boston Legacy FC paid $53 million, Billy, to join the league. Now you know what it costs in 2026 when Denver Summit joins? $110 million for an expansion fee.
Yeah,
that is just outrageous.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the difference between the European clubs and here. MLS, NWSL are making so much money up front off these expansion fees. And that kind of hurts the sport, I think, because it's so hard for those clubs to, develop. And it's not just the main team. You need the whole up and down. So from the youngest academy team all the way up to the senior team, paying $110 million when you can go to Europe and I don't know, maybe you can get a team in Europe for $1 million, $2 million, and the Premier League, Women's Premier League there, I mean, they're dying to grow.
Right.
So I don't know if that's good. I mean, they're making money, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I like watching the league. I do watch it. I think it's good soccer. I really do. There's a lot of I liked a lot of I have my certain players that I like. Trinity Rodman being one of them as well.
Yeah, for the Washington Spirit. I mean, the thing also is with this is they have to start drawing more of that European talent, because right now Barcelona and the Premier League, they're number 1 and 2. I think the NWSL They never had teams. These countries never had a women's league. United States was the first one to have the women's league, and it did develop the United States, and it developed tons of stars in Europe. But now they're tending to move to France, Spain, and England.
Yeah.
So I don't know if do they have a club world ranking for women's soccer? I'm gonna look it up while you're talking.
I believe so. Yeah. Speaking of that, England just defeated Spain on penalties to win the Women's Euro 2025 finale.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And they're always tough. God, I mean, England always in the women's, they always, one of the tougher.
It is.
So, here's another headline I wanted to ask you about. We talked about Pep earlier in the show. Manchester City, he said highlighted a perceived lack of scrutiny around Arsenal's spending compared to other clubs. What was that? Translate that for me.
So they have what? They still have what? Over 100 violations they're trying to investigate in
Man City. Yeah, I know.
League. So I think he understands, and the club understands that every single move they make is going to be under the microscope because of that many violations. Accused violations. So I think that they're kind of hampered from doing anything perceived to be on the down low, anything perceived to be someone other than
Well, got it. But guess what? They put themselves in that situation. Nobody else. I mean, and how many times did we see this? We were starting to get a little like, God, they win it every year. Like what? You know what I mean? I mean, how?
Right, and then they seem to have an unlimited number of players available to them.
Morning, Steve.
Yeah.
How about Chelsea? They've been hit with 74 charges of breaches during Roman Abramovich's ownership. So they've been hitting.
Yeah, he was a Russian oligarch. The problem when we hear all this stuff is that it just takes too long to investigate. I mean, then it's like in the NCAA where they take away the 1975 national championship. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it just has to be adjudicated quickly. Back to the rankings, World rankings of leagues. Number 1 women's league in the world is England.
Yeah.
Number 2 is NWSL. And number 3 is Spain.
Yeah. How about that? NWSL number 2.
Yeah, and Germany's number 4, and then we were at number 5 with actually Japan. And
I'm telling you, NWSL, I like it. It's good. It is really good soccer. It's fun to watch. It is. I'm a fan. I was a little bit. Yeah, I'm not that I'm a chauvinist or anything. That's kind of like I don't know, But watching it, I'm like, wow, it made a believer out of me. I'm like there's it's good soccer.
Yeah, some of the games are extremely exciting.
Oh,
and the markets they have, they're playing in smaller stadiums. They're playing in the MLS stadium, so it's perfect for their teams.
Well, and it's just it really is.
It's quality football.
Well, they get at it too. It's like spirited, like they, it's just I really like it. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah.
So, what else? Let me look at other. Am I missing any headlines?
No, I mean the transfers have happened. There's a little bit of movement because a couple other countries' transfer windows didn't close outside of UEFA. But no, I mean those are the basic headlines. We can whip around to the leagues and then wrap her up.
Yeah. Real quick, Luis Suarez received an additional 3-match ban after the spitting incident. You heard about that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I watched it. It was disgusting. Yeah. I mean, you save all that energy for the end of fight when you could have had it in the game. Come on.
Yeah.
Losers is what I'm looking at.
Right. So, all right. Yeah, let's get into some of these standings here. Let's start with Ligue 1. So PSG at the top, my club. You see that? I mean, how do you see them? You got
their full game sample. They're close. They're at 12. Monaco's up there. Olympique Lyon's up there, and Loche with the acronym Loche, they're up there as well. So there's no doubt in my mind that at the end of pretty soon, that league is going to be over. And their dominance on that is ridiculous. I mean, nobody can touch them.
I know nobody can touch. Well, and I tell you what, they've let a lot of superstars leave. Mbappe, how many have we seen that have gone elsewhere?
Sure,
A lot,
Mbappe,
right?
yeah, Messi. I mean, it
Right.
really has.
Yeah.
I mean, so actually, yeah. So, well, yeah. I mean, there's no way. There's just no way that they're going to lose this league. Nobody can hang with them.
Right.
Which is a shame because I mean, and also we also know they have one of the premier training facilities in all of the world.
Right. Oh yeah, it's. I think what is it? It's like. What did I hear? It was like a $1 to $2 billion facility.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just like state of the art. I mean, that just goes to show you how much money that franchise has. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, geez,
it's ridiculous.
I mean, that's insane. I mean, can you imagine like I think it's a $2 billion facility they have facilities.
Yeah, and
It's
I
just
didn't
unbelievable.
get a chance to because when I was in France this summer, I really wanted to see it, but I didn't have enough time. Yeah, I mean that just shows the wealth of the club, and when you're that wealthy and you're able to do that, I mean everybody will gravitate to you. It's just
Right.
like the movie Field of Dreams: build it and they will come. If you have
Right.
the ability to train in a $1 billion facility, with
Yeah,
the
but
amenities that they have, there's no doubt they have their academy is unbelievable.
yeah, but it's the sustainability with these superstars though. They cannot keep them. They go elsewhere. They always go elsewhere.
But it proved that the collections they have now is better than the individual.
Yeah.
Having them on UEFA.
Yeah, I think if you build it, they will come. I think it says. I think it's more if you draw them, will they stay?
Right.
So it's what it comes down to. When it comes
Yeah, I mean they get to the final and they lose.
Yeah.
So
Bundesliga, it's close. Bayern, my club Borussia Dortmund at 7. You get Cologne at 7 as well.
and look who's been fourth.
St. Pauli, 7.
The jerseys we covet. The jerseys we covet are number 4. Really impressed with that. The other one is
nice.
They are. Leverkusen is really bad. They've lost a lot of talent.
Yes, yeah.
Losing Frimpong wasn't good. They've lost so much talent.
I mean, I know it's early, but I like seeing Dortmund up there.
I mean, we've gone over before. What an incredible academy they have in Dortmund.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how many guys have come through there? I don't think there's another club that's had more superstars come through there than Borussia Dortmund. I mean,
I agree with you. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable how many superstars have came through there. It's just I mean, I can name a ton of them.
Yeah, and they have Jude Bellingham's brother there now. Yeah, I think it's really going to come down to those two. There's no doubt in my mind.
The only thing that I can see with them is they've had a lot of manager changes in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So
they're stable so far this year. I think Leverkusen has no chance at any sort of Champions League or being in the top 4. Even after, I mean, it's small, it's 3 games, but I just don't see them. Too much talent lost on that team, and you lost your manager.
Right. Yeah.
Xavi was the engine. He was what drove everything.
Right. La Liga standings: Real Madrid at the top with 12 points. Barcelona, my club, right behind them at 10, and then
Espanyol and Getafe. Yeah, I mean, again, that league's going to come down to those two teams. You have Atletico Madrid sometimes, but I really think it's going to be those two teams again. I can't see it being any different at all.
Which I tell you what, that's a very. I mean, it's whenever those two teams face off against each other, that's one to watch.
It truly is, and they have other teams that can go to Europe, but they have Valencia that sometimes does it, Real Sociedad, Atletico Madrid, Deportivo Villarreal. I mean, they have some players that can do that. Real Betis again.
Yeah.
So I think that league's going to come down to those two.
Premier League, obviously Liverpool at number 1 at 12 points. My club right behind them at Arsenal. I know I would say my club, but my clubs are never a number 1. They're always number
You're
2.
always,
Seems like yeah.
you're always the bridesmaid. What's going on there, Dylan?
Tottenham at 9 as well. Bournemouth. Are you? Let me ask you this: are you a little shocked at the 3 and 4 this year?
Yeah, I mean, small sample size.
Yeah.
A lot can happen today
Right.
with clubs. I mean, either
Oh
one.
yeah. We've got a major
they
shift in the top 5 today.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'd look for your club to dominate, though. I'd look them to dominate Man City. Can't wait to watch it. Tomorrow, Sunday, 11:30. Can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome because they're going to crush them.
Yeah. I mean, they crushed Nottingham Forest last week, 2-0, which I thought was a pretty. And they had some injuries too. I was really worried when Odegaard got hurt in the first half. I was like, oh man, But he landed on that shoulder, which he's had so much trouble with. I'm like, oh god, here we go again. Another top guy out. You've already dealt with Havertz being injured. Like, come on, man. But apparently he's okay. So that Serie A. Yeah, Napoli. This is a very close top 4. You got Napoli. Yeah, okay. That's my Pittsburghese coming through. Okay. Well, I'm gonna. You know what? F it. You can just do. Go ahead. You run through this.
The Italians. You got Napoli atop, which is not a surprise. Very good club. Yeah. Followed by Juventus. A historic club, and then the other two, Udinese, we've seen before, but Cremonese have not seen in the top before. Don't really know much about them. It's usually, AS Roma, Milan, those are the teams, but small sample size. But we look right now, you got 9 points for Napoli, Juventus at 9. It's Cagliari now at 7. I'm looking at the updated ones. Cremonese at 7 and Udinese at 5. Then AC Milan at 6. AS Roma with 6 points. Atalanta with 5. So, I mean, Inter's down a little bit. Inter's only at 3 points, which is shocking. Yeah. And Fiorentina, who did very well, and the other clubs. So not really, their bottom is Pisa. Obviously, we know Pisa for the Leaning Tower, Parma, and Lecce. So, again, this is going to be dominated probably by Napoli, Juventus, and I look for Milan and Roma to step up their game here a little bit. And it's very close. They sit at 6 points. Cremonese, Cagliari, and Udinese at 7. So after this weekend, they could have a whole totally different top 4.
Yeah. So
again, this league it's not on top of the other leagues.
Yeah.
It really isn't. It doesn't get a lot of love. It still has some good football, but it doesn't get the love that the Bundesliga, Premier League, La Liga, and Ligue 1 get. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what league I like is the Scottish Premier League. I really like that league.
Yeah. Dominated, though, by the top 2 always.
Yeah.
In Celtic and Rangers. That's why it's tough.
Yeah, but I like that league. It's rough. They don't call a lot of fouls, They let them play a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it looks like a street fight.
Well, yeah. Well, it's Arteta. When he played for the Rangers, he's like, that's what toughened me up. He's like, playing in that league, he's like, you got to be tough. Like, you can't be they don't call a lot of fouls.
Yeah.
So, if you're looking to the ref to
bail you out,
that's not going to happen. They're going to be like, hey, play on their tough guy. Yeah. So
he's softy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play on. Yeah.
They don't get. I mean, that's mostly on what Golaza?
CBS Sports has them on a lot. Yeah. I mean, I set my DVR to record every Celtic and every Rangers game, and I pretty much see every game. So, but I mean, they tend to show the Rangers and Celtic mainly. Those are the ones. If you follow those teams, which I do, I follow both of them. You'll pretty much see every match during the season. So, but all right, let's go over some stuff here. I know we've got some games today. What are you looking at? I mean, I'm looking at Hoffenheim versus Bayern Munich. I think that'll be halfway decent. Real Madrid versus Espanyol. I think that's going to be a good match.
I mean, the big match is tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
Arsenal City. I mean, everything else looks. Let me get some scores up here. Everything else looks good. I like. Let's see. Trying to see if there's anything there. No. I mean, United Chelsea, but Chelsea should win that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, going away. Valencia Athletic Club maybe. Bundesliga. Let's see. Hoffenheim, Bayern. That's going to be a good matchup. They both got points.
Yeah.
You know. MLS. Anything in MLS? You got Philadelphia play New England. And you got New York City, Charlotte FC. Two teams with lots of points there. That should be a good matchup.
You know what? Who I'm surprised. Let's talk MLS real quick before we wrap it up. You know who I'm surprised that it's really bad is Atlanta this year.
Yeah. Well, they lost. I mean, they lost everybody. I mean, they won it all in 18, and since 18, the past 7 years, they've really just lost all of their talent.
Yeah.
Which I agree with you. It's very surprising. But that's the problem when they do these expansions. These clubs can't keep up.
Right.
It's getting to be $750 million to get in there.
Philadelphia's at the top of the Eastern Conference, Cincinnati right behind them, Charlotte, Nashville, Miami at 6. Miami just kind of floating, kind of flying under the radar, which I think could be dangerous for them.
But I mean, as previously being at top, I think that's a good position for them.
Yeah. Western Conference, surprised by San Diego, the expansion team. Minnesota's been great. Vancouver's been up there. LAFC at number 4. You look at it last year.
How about the Galaxy? God, are they awful.
I know. How about the Galaxy? I mean, they won it last year, and you're at 15 right now, towards the end of the season too. I mean, it's just
getting ready to be eliminated from the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah. So in the East, you already have 4 teams eliminated. How about your plucky team? Your under the radar team every year. Your Columbus Crew.
Yeah, right behind Miami.
Yeah, what about them?
Yeah, they're dangerous. I think they're dangerous.
Strike, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's 6 and 7. That's not a bad area to be at. You're kind of there. You're there. You're not kind of there. You're there, but you're kind of like, I mean, Miami. Everybody's expecting them to, there's high expectations for them year after year, just because of their roster. But it'll be your team, DC United. God, awful. They just, are they close in the next few years at maybe becoming decent or what?
They don't have anything in their club.
Okay. Well,
they really don't, unfortunately. They won the first 3, and then they dominated the league, and then they haven't had anything. They've had Bruce Arena, John Harkes, Wayne Rooney as managers. They just don't. Their academy isn't that strong right now. And I looked up and down their lines. They don't have anybody, coming up that has any European interest.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah,
that's definitely not good.
Yeah.
But so.
Yeah. I mean, those are clubs we got to get to. We're going to go to some of these.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Hey, that about does it. I got the kid. My daughter has a game. She kicks off at 10:10. So got to get her up and ready for that. She's been playing goalkeeper. So. She likes playing keeper. She does a hell of a job. So she's actually bought her new cleats last night at Dick's Sporting Goods in Robinson and got her a nice pair of goalkeeper gloves. So she's ready to roll today. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell her sorry I missed her yesterday.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, yeah, we missed you by about an hour. So,
yeah.
But. All right, everybody. Hey, we'll be back next week, same time, same station. Look for us. And you know what? I just want to let everybody know. So, Ed and I are beat writers for the Riverhounds. So check our stuff out at Stream Punk Sports. We cover, like I said, we cover the Riverhounds, do their write-ups, post-game write-ups. We do, you'll snippets from, post-game conference, press conference. So you'll hear, stuff from Bob Lilly, players. So check our stuff out, our content out at Stream Punk Sports. I mean, we hope to have we got some guests potentially lined up. So in the coming months, so that's another thing that you can look forward to. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in, and enjoy the soccer. Yeah, there's a lot to watch. So, but thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll talk to you next week.